Hey, and welcome back to another lesson. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to play the intro to Stairway to Heaven. So go ahead, grab your guitar, make sure you're in tune, and we'll get started. In the version that I have on the screen underneath me, you'll see that not only do I have the tabs, the sheet music, but there are also chord charts. Now those chord charts are specific to the shapes that you would be using to play the song. They're not an accompaniment, they're actually what you're doing with the current tabs and sheet music. So the first thing we're going to do is play an A minor chord. And this A minor chord is not our open standard A minor chord, but instead we're going to bar our index finger across the 5th fret. And I'm typically doing this across D, G, B, and high E. I'm then going to use my ring finger to play the 7th fret of my D string. My right hand, thumb will be playing the D string, index finger will be playing the G string, middle would be playing B, and ring will be playing high E. I'm going to keep this position on the right hand for a bit, and I'll let you know when we're changing it. Okay, so again, first position, I have my index finger barred across fret 5 on D, G, B, and high E, with the ring finger on the 7th fret of my D string. So as the tabs say, I would play my D, G, B, then high E. Now I'm going to keep that index finger barred. Next up, I'm going to place the middle finger on the 6th fret of D with my ring finger going to the 7th fret of high E. Then I play 5th fret on B, 5th fret on G, back to 7th fret on high E. Now I'm going to keep that index finger barred across all 4 strings, and then I'm going to release everything else, leaving the bar, place my pinky at the 8th fret of high E. Then it's going to be 5 on D with 8 on high E, 5 on B, 5 on G, 8 on high E. Now we're actually going to move the hand down. We're going to keep the bar, but we're going to move it down to fret 2. I'm going to place my ring finger on fret 4 of the D string and my middle finger on fret 3 of the B string. Now if you look at just these 3 notes, you'll notice that we're playing a regular D chord, but instead of having an open D string, we're playing an F sharp on the D string. So this would be like D over F sharp. Okay, so that's the position for the second half of the second measure. We're playing 4 on D with 2 on high E. Again, thumb, pointer, middle, and ring have not moved. Thumb is on D, pointer is on G, middle is on B, and ring is going to be on high E. So we have D and high E. 3rd fret B, 2nd fret G, 2nd fret high E. We're going to move the hand. We're getting rid of the bar finally. We're going to go to a regular open F major 7 chord, which is 3 on D, 2 on G, 1 on B, and open high E. So we play 3 on D with open high E. Then we have 1 on our B, 2 on G, back to 1 on B. That's a quarter note, so it's going to last a little bit longer. Then we have open high E, 1 on B, 2 on G. We're going to switch into our typical E minor chord shape. For those of you who don't know, that's open low E, 2nd fret A and D, and then open G, B, and high E. Okay, so here, this is where something has to change. Our thumb can no longer rest on the D string. We're going to move it up to the A string so that we can target that B note from the E minor chord, which is the 2nd fret of the E minor. So we're going to play that A string with an open on G and B. Then we go to our typical A minor chord, which is going to be open on A, 2nd fret D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B, and then open high E. Thumb is going to stay on the A string while the rest of the fingers remain where they've been for the entire song so far. We're going to play an open A with 2nd fret on G and 1st fret on B. Now that's played twice. The first one short, the second one long. Next up, we play an open on A. We're going to hammer any fret really, and then slide up to 8. Okay, on A, still on A. So open A, slide up to 8, and then we play 7 on A, open A. We're going to go back to that bar fret 5 on D, G, and B with the ring finger on 7th fret of D. Okay, that's the open A again. Then our thumb's going to rest back at our D string. The rest of the fingers still haven't changed. And we're going to almost repeat the entire beginning part of the intro. However, instead of going 7, 5, 5, and then 5 on high E, we're immediately going to the 6 and the 7 for that C augmented major 7th chord. So open A, 7D, 5G, 5B, 6 on D with 7 on high E, 5 on B, 5 on G, then 7 on high E again. Now we're going to keep that bar, but we're going to move the rest of our fingers out of the way and do the 8th fret on high E with 5 on A, 5 on B, 5 on G, 8 on high E. Then we slide down, index finger is now barred across fret 2 for that interesting bar version of D, or D over F sharp as it would be properly called on its inversion. We have 4 on D with 2 on high E, 3 on B, 2 on G, 2 on high E, to our standard F major 7 chord, 3 on D with open high E, 1 on B, 2 on G, 1 on B, open high E, first fret B, second fret D. Okay, I'm going to scroll over here. So just so you know, we got to the end there. So we're going to scroll over, and now I'm going to pull where we are to the beginning of the page. There we go. Okay, now we're at a standard E minor. We're going to play the, again, the thumb here moves to A while the rest of the fingers stay put. So second fret A with open G and B. Switch to an A minor, open A, second fret G, first fret B. Now we're going to play an open A, second fret A, and we're leading into a C chord, just your standard open C chord. Okay? So now I'm playing third fret of A, which is going to be my C. Then I go to the second fret of D, so my thumb is going to travel between those two strings. Open G, open high E. We're going to switch to a D chord. We're going to play open D. Thumb is on open D, with the ring finger of the right hand playing the second fret of high E. Third fret B, second fret G, second fret high E, to an F major 7, third fret A with open high E. Third fret D with open high E. First fret B, second fret G, open high E. Now we're going to switch to an A minor chord, but not quite immediately. You can get your middle and ring finger down on the D and G at the second fret, but we want to leave the open, we want to leave a B string open, which would be like an A sus2, but we're going to hammer that first fret on immediately. Then second fret G, open A, second fret A, back into our C chord again. Now we're doing third fret on A with first fret on B, open G, second fret D, thumb moves, first fret B. We're going to switch to a G chord. Now don't do your 4-finger G, do your 3-finger G. It's going to line up better with how this progression goes. Okay, so our thumb is going to go to low E, while the rest of the fingers still stay the same. So third fret low E with open third fret high E, open B, open G, third fret high E, back to a D chord, but we're going to play D chord with the pinky playing the third fret of our high E string, which is a D sus chord, but we're going to immediately pull that off into the second fret, so it's just a regular D chord again. So open D with third fret high E, and then pull off the second fret on high E. And then you're just going to strum a D chord there at the end of that measure. Now we're going to play open A, second fret A, third fret A, back to a C chord. Okay, now here we're going to play second fret D, open G, first fret B, to a D chord, open D, second fret high E, third fret B, second fret G, second fret high E, to an F major 7 chord, third fret of D with open high E, first fret B, second fret G, open high E. We're going to our A sus 2, but we're going to hammer on the first fret of the B string in a second to get a minor chord. 2nd fret G, open A to A. And again, I'm going to scroll this over so we can see where we're at. We're almost done with the intro here. Okay, back to a C chord, 3rd fret A, on D, open G, 1st fret B, to a D chord, open D, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, 2nd fret high E, and then you'll see that we have an F major 7 chord. We're not gonna like pluck it out. We're gonna, again, just kind of strum. And that last one lasts just a little bit longer, as it's going to be a dotted half instead of an 8th note. From there, that's where the verse would come in. The verse is going to be fairly similar, but this lesson is only going over the intro of Stairway to Heaven. Hopefully you found this video lesson helpful. If you want some help or you want to learn this song, please feel free to reach out to me to sign up for lessons. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.